crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans, still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
And here we have a former Super Bowl MVP. Now, Mike, he might not be what he once was, but you can argue he has transitioned into being one of, if not the most reliable backup quarterback in the entire NFL. Whenever he's been forced into the starting lineup, he gives your team a chance. That's all you could ask for, especially at this point in his career.
A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing, Flacco. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Flacco. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Flacco to throw. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Flacco. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
This one finds McConkey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. On play action, now Herbert. Downfield, got him, man, and he's got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's a run with their tight end. He's trying to power forward, but no dice. They go with the big man, and he may have lost yardage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
The Colts offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Flacco. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. To throw is Flacco. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Matt Gay on now for the Colts field goal try. And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
On play action now, Herbert. This throw left side, taken in by the rookie wide receiver. 18 yards on the connection. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. give up the middle. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
They fake the handoff. Now Herbert gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. Pistol here for Herbert. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On first down, Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Herbert again. This throw taken in by Hurst. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Now a play fake. Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And I think one of the Chargers was, yes, he was able to get his hands on it, and they retained possession. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, they're passing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers are back within 4. It is 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Flacco to throw. They go right back to Downs. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Flacco. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Indianapolis. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Herbert. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown.
We get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Herbert now on first down. This one complete right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Tight end right. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's you see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. He'll go left. And complete this one.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Flacco. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. to throw. That one into the hands of Downs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Got down. Touchdown, Indy. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Pistol here for Herbert. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Chargers.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Mitchell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Give up the middle to Taylor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now Flacco. He gets this one complete to Pittman.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Third and 5. Flacco to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
On the zone read, here's Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Throwing, Flacco. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To throw is Flacco. That one taken in by Mitchell. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got his man. That's down. He's into the clear again. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. of the afternoon. Gay to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. From the gun, it's Herbert. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
This one finds McConkey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Herbert to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That one complete to McConkey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll try to run this one in.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Victory very much in sight now as
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Here's Flacco to throw. under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So it's a win for the Colts. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts, winners.